stop for a moment everything you are doing. Let your heart and your spirit listen until the end, because what you are about to receive is not a usual message, but the eighth word, the final one before the breaking or the full showing. I have called you 8 times, and now I speak with the authority that comes from the deepest love, from the pain I feel seeing you struggle, and from the urgency I cannot hold inside. There is a shadow moving quietly toward your life, toward your family, toward your health, toward your peace, and toward the purpose you have not yet fully understood. It is not a passing event, but an old plan that has been working in secret for years. If at this moment you choose to look away or close your heart, it will be like closing the window just as I am coming in to cover you. I beg you to stay until the last breath of this message, because there are truths that are only given when the soul is quiet and the spirit stays watchful and awake. If this fire has already begun to burn in your chest, leave your mark now. Press the heart with a like. Subscribe if you have not yet done so, and write in the comments a simple word, "I am here." Tell me in a single phrase, what do you feel at this moment? The more you reply, the more this word grows and becomes a living shield for you and for your loved ones. Share this message like one who throws a torch in the night. May your obedience be the thing that breaks the darkness before it touches someone else. You were chosen as a living channel in a time where very few listen with an open soul and an open heart. For that reason you need to be whole, strengthened and awake to receive what I am going to place in you today. You have felt it in these days. They have not been normal days. Your body has carried a weight that physical tiredness does not explain. It is as if an unseen fog were trying to wrap around you, taking away your strength, clarity, and joy from the deepest part of you. The spiritual wind changed a direction. If you pay attention, you will notice that certain silences repeat, that the feeling of your home seems different, that people close to you act in ways you cannot understand or explain. There is a pressure in the air, a presence that watches and waits. This is not just imagination or gathered anxiety. It is spiritual. While you were trying to protect your loved ones, keep unity in your home, and hold faith in the middle of exhaustion, in the unseen an attack was being planned aimed exactly at the place where it would hurt you most: your family, your health, your emotional peace. But listen carefully. In the same instant that these words reach your ears, that plan breaks. The hour that the enemy marked on his clock has already passed. I myself stepped in. I surrounded you 7 times with my shield and an 8th time with my presence. Nothing could break through that wall or pierce that barrier. What was meant to hurt you was stopped by my hand. It had been set in motion, but it could not reach you. Hear with the ears of the Spirit, because what I say to you comes from a love that goes beyond time. A plan was broken apart. Your watchfulness and your faith, even if they felt small, opened the way for help to move. Stay alert, because your attention is the lock that keeps the door shut against evil. You have felt a strange unrest that you cannot explain. Everything looks the same on the outside, but inside you know that something is coming near. Like someone who smells smoke before seeing fire or hears steps in the dark before anyone appears. What was prepared against you had a name, a date, and a place, but I did not let it reach you. I held back time to meet you in this message, in this very second while your spirit is open. Because in the moment you receive these words, unseen things bow before my authority. A spirit of weakness and tiredness tried to settle in your body without clear signs. It started to drain your strength, your joy, your memory, your power to dream, but your faith, though shaking, was enough to release your freedom. That is why I tell you now, rise, breathe deeply, feel the change already moving inside you. Something was cut off in the spiritual realm. Your life is not under the rule of darkness. Do you know how many times your short prayers, your honest sighs, your thoughts lifted toward me have stopped disasters that were almost ready to happen? How many times, in the middle of your tiredness, you spoke my name without knowing it, and that word became a command the angels carried out at once? I have seen every secret tear, every act of pardon you gave without anyone knowing, every time you prayed for someone who wounded you. I receive it like sweet perfume. While you were trying to bless others, other hearts were filling with envy, and words full of poison were spoken over you, trying to disturb your peace and pull your destiny away. But today I speak with authority. I clean the air of your home. I move through every room with a strong wind that carries away every heavy thing, every thought that does not come from me. I bring back what was hidden. I break what was planted in secret, and I give you a new understanding, sharp like a sword. What once controlled you through feelings will now be uncovered. I lift the covering from your spiritual eyes and give you watchman sight so you can see what before you could not understand. You have been watched, judged, measured by eyes that do not pray for you. But I have guarded you not because you are perfect, but because your promise with me is written in blood and sealed forever. Your talks with me in your lonely moments, the ones no one else hears, are true and full of meaning. When you go away by yourself and speak softly, when you come to me like someone looking for a last safe place, I hold you with the care of one protecting something very precious and weak. I have kept you safe when no one knew it. I have stood for you when you did not even ask me to. Today I make it clear to you. You were never by yourself. Your life belongs to the light, and what was dark moves back before the presence that now lives in you. The balance has been made right again. Stay strong because the battle has already been won for you, and every breath you take is proof that the promise is coming true. For this reason I warn you with seriousness. Be careful with what looks harmless. Something dangerous appeared dressed like a good chance. One rush decision could tie you with chains that might take years to break. That is why I called you 8 times. Before you signed, agreed, spoke, or gave the final yes, I had to reach you here, watchful and steady. Right now heaven is watching and the forces against you are uneasy, because what they planned as your fall has now become the place of your rising. Brothers and sisters, I want to speak with you sincerely for a moment. Right now, our channel has been demonetized, which means YouTube is no longer providing support for this ministry. Yet despite this season, our mission to spread the word of God continues without hesitation. There is a devoted team behind these videos, faithfully serving day and night. As the one leading this ministry, I carry the responsibility of supporting them, but without ad revenue, continuing this work has become more challenging than ever. If these messages have blessed your heart in any way, I humbly ask you to prayerfully consider supporting this ministry. Your gift through Ko-fi helps us keep sharing the gospel and shining His light. You can find the link in the description or pinned comment. We are truly thankful for your love, prayers, and support. Now, let us return to the message. People who looked meant to remain by your side began to move away without any clear reason. Ties that seemed strong grew weak. Promises that looked firm started to shake. Do not see it as rejection. It is divine cutting. I removed what was no longer giving fruit, even though the loss caused you pain, because what I am preparing needs clean space, right order, and a heart free from harmful ties. While you cried for those who were leaving, I sent unseen help. Friendships that were pulling you away from me had to end. Ties that were draining you in spirit were cut off. It was not chance. It was I who stepped in. Your calling cannot be mixed with ties that pull your focus away. You asked me to make you useful, and I took your word seriously. The path I bring does not allow mixtures that spoil it. For that reason, when someone goes away, do not curse or complain, give thanks. It is freedom that hurts on the outside, but deep inside it is protection hidden inside loss. Your body does not lie. Those signs you feel are not only physical, they are cries from the spirit trying to warn you that something is out of line. Your nights have grown shorter. You wake up for no clear reason. The same thoughts keep returning as if they want to rule your whole day. This goes beyond simple tiredness. It is a planned attack. Right now I make you strong. Receive fresh strength and clear understanding. I take confusion out of your mind and send light where there was darkness. No arrow sent by envy will succeed. No evil word will rest on your name. Because my sacrifice is your shield and the name of Jesus is your strong tower. I command that your home be filled with shalom, that your memory be healed. You will regain what the enemy tried to make you forget. I bring back to the surface words that I gave you before and that now return with full meaning. Your loved ones will be witnesses. Even if they do not see the inner battle you are facing, they will see the outer signs of what I am doing for you. Someone near you needs an urgent miracle, and I have already released it. You will know without needing to ask. It will appear in looks, in words, in changes in attitude. It will be clear because your faith moves something much greater than you expected. A sickness that was moving forward will be stopped. A process that seemed stuck will show sudden progress, not by chance, nor only by medicine, but because I stepped in at the very root. I breathed life where there was no answer, and now every prayer that seemed lost becomes a visible answer. Get ready. Those who doubt it will be the first to stand amazed. As you keep your eyes on me, I give you clear direction. Be careful with the advice of those who say they know what is best for you, but do not carry my spirit. Do not trust decisions made in haste or fear. There was an offer, a contract, a proposal that looked perfect, but carried poison inside it. At the final moment I turned it away, even if that brought frustration to your heart. Understand that it was a trap dressed like a blessing. The enemy wanted to draw you in with pleasing words while preparing an emotional and spiritual prison. I broke that plan, and now I prepare another path for you. Soon something new will rise, calm from the start. My spirit will bear witness, and your soul will know the peace. It was my hand that opened that way. Stay alert until the end of this message, because what I am still about to release will pull you out of old cycles and heal places that no one has touched. It will restore your authority before your loved ones. Do not stop. Do not miss even one detail. Obey in faithfulness. Act according to what you receive. If you feel this fire in your chest, show it. Press like. Write in the comments the name of the one who most needs this word. Share like one who passes a lifesaver. And if you still have not subscribed, do it now, because every message that comes after this will continue this revelation, and you need to stay connected so you do not miss any of heaven's instructions. Receive this as a call to wisdom and to faith. Hold back impulsive choices. You will see with greater clearness, and what looked lost will become the door you had been waiting for. Trust. What is being removed is making room so that what is coming may enter holy ground. Keep your eyes on what is eternal and move forward in obedience. In that way the promise will find good soil in your life. The voice that is touching your spirit now is not an ordinary whisper. It is the strong echo of an eternal promise, the same one that kept you safe 8 times from destruction. What rose against you demanded full silence and complete obedience from the forces that stood against you. It was a betrayal hidden inside trust, a dark tie that came dressed as friendship. It was a storm hidden inside a soft wind. Even so, I watched over you when you thought you were alone. I covered your going out and your coming in. I shut doors that were never meant to open. I stopped a painful word from being spoken, a deep wound from bursting inside your chest. There are things you still do not understand because they simply ended without any clear reason. Today I tell you plainly, it was not failure, it was freedom. What looked like an open door was a trap hidden inside a blessing. And now my spirit shows you what was kept hidden. While you were blaming yourself for not moving ahead, while you believed you were weak, I was hiding you from attacks made to destroy you. What many people call bad luck, I called protection. You were not forgotten, you were guarded. What you thought was lost was a closed door that saved you from pain. I held you at the exact moment so the poison would not enter disguised as a gift. While some laughed at your process, thinking your silence meant defeat, I was preparing your rising, because I do not act to satisfy watchers, but to fulfill what I have spoken over you. There is a right time for every miracle, and nothing can force it to come sooner. Miracles do not arrive early, and purpose is not bargained away. What belongs to you will come at the exact time, and when it appears, no human mind will be able to explain it. You have asked yourself whether you are still walking in my will. The answer is not in what you see, but in what you feel within. That quiet peace that stays even when everything is shaking is the sign of my spirit in you. It is the proof that I am still in control, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. The strength inside you has no clear human reason. You should have fallen, but you are still standing. You should have stopped, but something inside you kept telling you to go on. What keeps you standing does not come from your own power. It comes from me. I placed it in you like an eternal seed, a strength that lives through weariness, confusion, and chaos. Now I breathe a fresh breath over your life, not only so you can walk, but so you can move forward with courage, wisdom, and clear sight. What is about to happen will not be small. It will be a great, clear, and visible showing. But before I release that promise, I need to heal the quiet wounds that are still bleeding inside you. There are deep marks in your soul that you have tried to ignore, but that the enemy wants to use to stop you. For that reason, today I enter the most hidden corners of your inner life. I visit the places that even you do not dare to face, and I declare that every root of pain is being pulled out. Every wound that became a wall will be turned into a testimony. I do not want you only surviving. I want you whole. I called you to fullness, not to the edge of exhaustion. At this moment, my power pours over you with purpose to restore what is broken, awaken what is fading, heal what seemed dead. Your eyes will start to see beyond the pain. Your voice, which before stayed quiet out of fear, will speak healing and victory where there were only bitter memories. The spiritual air around you is changing, even though you do not yet fully sense it. I am moving people, shifting structures, and breaking apart ties that kept you from moving forward. Everything that looked like loss is making room for the new. Your inner sight is being restored. You will no longer accept empty bonds or drops of love that leave you hungry. You will not return to settling for what is shallow or for what does not feed you in spirit. I am waking up in you a deep sense of identity, a clarity that will not allow more ties dressed as love. Where before you gave in because you were afraid to lose someone, now you will stand firm, knowing that whoever leaves never had roots in your destiny. I am doing a holy cleansing around you. Soon you will see the fruit of honest relationships, pure ties, and restored inner peace. What was polluted can no longer touch you, because your life is surrounded by a promise of light with heaven. A new atmosphere is coming down over your home. Where there was oppression, now there will be unease for those who do not walk in truth. Because where I live, what is false cannot stay hidden. Your home will become a place of revelation, a safe place where my presence will be clear. In your daily life, signs will appear. I will wake you with clear instructions. I will let you feel spiritual pressures that do not come from the body, but from the spirit. You will no longer call coincidence what is really spiritual battle. And when that happens, do not be afraid. Every attack that is revealed is a sign that heaven has already started the answer against it. You will not stand alone. My heavenly army is already in place. The heavens are moving. The earth will feel the effect, and your family will be kept safe under a covering of fire and anointing. When they ask you how you keep standing, you will not be able to explain it with human words because the strength that held you up did not come from you. It came from above. Every time your body wanted to stop, I made your bones strong. Every long night was shortened by my unseen comfort. Your spirit stayed alive because it was fed by my presence. Now you are stronger than you think. Its strength that grew in silence will be needed for what is ahead. Do not fear the new season, because the same God who saved you from past falls will also be the one who keeps you in the next time. And when what was promised finally comes, your mouth will be filled with thanks, because you will understand that every delay, every closed door, every silence was part of a greater plan. Your keeping was for the glory that is now starting to appear. A cycle has ended. A stage has been fully completed, and now doors that stayed shut for a long time are opening before you. Breathe deeply, because what remained tied is being set free. A spiritual struggle was settled in the heavens, and an unseen knot that was blocking your progress hath been undone. I have lifted from your shoulders the weight gathered from past generations, the inherited load that was never yours to carry. You are the breaking point of a story that kept repeating itself. In you that cycle ends and a new story begins. I set you apart with holy purpose so that you would break the old patterns and become a living sign of victory within your family line. There will be people who do not understand how or why this change is so great, but they will be witnesses of what I do in you. Your life will rise as a clear testimony of my power, and those who looked down on you or doubted you will see in you an open miracle. Declare it now with full faith. I believe in the divine plan of God. Receive this word that comes from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it begins to appear. Do you not see it? Once again I will make a path in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. This is the time to fully align yourself with what I am doing. Nothing can keep being carried the same way. A new demand is in the air. Commitment. It is no longer enough to speak about promises. Now is the time to walk in the purpose for which you were called. I speak straight to your spirit. Take your place. Do not wait for more signs because they have already been given. Spiritual delay stops destinies, and you have been chosen to break it. You must be where my word moves with power, where the fire burns and cleans, where the teaching is true. If you have not yet aligned yourself, stop, listen, and obey. This is not just one more message. It is your direct connection with heaven. Every word you receive is a spiritual tool. Your faithfulness will be like a prophetic watch that guards your home. I did not bring you here only to comfort you, but to make you strong. Enough of living as if my promises are too great for you. I am the God who turns around sentences, who changes diagnoses, who does in a few days what men would need many years to do. With you it will not be different. You will see normal days become unforgettable days. An unexpected connection will change your path. A name will be spoken in your favor in places you cannot even imagine, and doors of honor will open without you needing to ask. Where my favor appears, human logic falls apart. That is why I tell you, stop trying to control what is already in my hands. Just move forward, trust and keep your eyes lifted high, because what is about to come is greater than all explanation, and it will be impossible to deny. What I release over your life at this moment is not a far promise. It is an immediate act. The enemy tried to stop your hope by showing you news and diagnoses that looked final. He tried to weaken your faith, tire you with weariness, and plant doubt through people close to you. But I declare that this time of control has ended. My hands are stretched over you, undoing the traps that were made in secret. Every suspicious look will lose power, and every evil word will be left with no effect. Because now my voice sounds louder than any other. And when I speak, silence breaks. When I rise, no force against you can stay. You thought the delay meant you were forgotten, but in truth it was time being held in your favor. Every door that did not open kept you away from polluted places and harmful ties. I did not allow it because my love was stronger than your impatience. Even though you wanted to move ahead quickly, I held you with firmness, because I cannot let a promise so wholly be harmed by rushing. Today I show you clearly that nothing escaped my control. What looked like chaos was fully guided by my hand. There was no mistake. There was purpose. There was no neglect. There was protection. And what is now coming to you goes beyond every expectation. You were not made to only survive, but to be a living sign of my faithfulness. Here is a healing spoken over your life, not only for your body, but also for your mind and your emotions. The enemy wanted to steal your dreams, confuse your thoughts, and weaken your heart. But today I pour healing oil over you. The calm that is coming will not be only the lack of conflict, but the active work of my peace in every part of your life. The people around you will see the change reflected on your face, because I am touching inner places that no person can reach. From this moment your mind will stop beating an echo of accusing voices. I will silence every word that condemns you, and what was once confusion will begin to come into order. Your confidence will be like a shining shield, and your heart will come to know true rest. I have prepared a table for you in front of those who doubted your path, not to lift you up, but to bring glory to my name through you. Many waited for your fall, but they will become witnesses of your firmness. The victory I have kept for you is not limited to your requests. It goes beyond them. It will also touch your loved ones. They will see in you a clear sign that I am still God. And when they ask how you endured so much, your mouth will answer with simplicity. It was the Lord who held me up. It will be the turning point that quiets doubt and lights faith in hearts that had grown cold. Because your life will be the living proof that miracles still happen, even on the most normal days, in people who seem ordinary. Your days of uncertainty will be replaced by days of clarity and direction. I did not pull you out of traps to leave you without a path. I brought you out to lead you into purpose, to show that my hand never stopped guiding you. And what now begins will mark the start of the season that is most fruitful, most bright, and most full of divine purpose in your life. Now I lead you with full clarity, pushing away the shadows that once covered your understanding. What looked like a maze without a way out will open before you like a wide and bright road drawn by my own hands. I place in you the gift of discernment so you can know with care what comes from me and what only looks like light, but is false. Many will come near with smiles and gentle words, offering you pleasing paths, but my Spirit will give you a deep awareness that will help you see beyond appearances and know real intentions. You will not fall into traps, because I will be your steady counselor, your inner voice that leads you even in silence. Your choices will be filled with divine wisdom, a wisdom that does not come from human thinking, but from the closeness you have built with me. Every step you take will be firm, safe, and led by inner certainty. Now I speak with authority over your human ties. Relationships that were worn down by lack of understanding will be restored with tenderness and truth. The bonds that looked broken will receive fresh strength, and stopped conversations will begin again with love and clarity. Where heavy silence and emotional distance ruled, there will now be honest words that heal and bring peace. I am taking away old resentments, breaking invisible walls that kept you apart from valuable people. And where there seems to be no human answer, I will step in myself. Prepare your heart, because you will hear requests for forgiveness that you never expected. You will see embraces you once thought impossible, and you will witness unity rebuilt where there were only broken pieces. When my touch reaches a wound, none stays open. Your family story will become an example of restoration, a living sign of what my power can do when it enters the impossible. I not only protected you from hidden traps, but I also placed before you completely new horizons. What is coming toward you carries the mark of promises that never fail. I will give you access to new places, spaces where your voice was not heard before, but will now be wanted and valued. What you thought was beyond reach will be placed in your hands, not because you tried to be known, but because you stayed faithful in silent moments. Whoever is faithful in little receives much, and you will receive more than your mind can imagine. I myself increase your seeds, widen your reach, and set in place unexpected connections that will open like fresh doors. And all that happens will not be to lift you up, but so that my name may be made great through your story. When you knelt down thinking your words were not passing the ceiling, I was already hearing and acting. Every prayer was kept like a living seed. Some began to grow quickly, others waited for their proper time. That time has now come. This is the season of harvest. You will see answers rise in places where hope had almost disappeared. What you thought was dead will bloom again. What you believed was lost will come back with new life. Because I am the God who makes rivers run in the desert and turns dry ground into fruitful land. There will be no empty soil in your life. You will be surprised by supernatural answers that will come without human effort, and your mouth will be filled with joy and thanks. Nothing you planted in faith hath been forgotten. Everything is recorded, and now the heavens pour out a rich harvest over you and over your home. You have been looking for signs to know if you still walk on the right path. Today I myself am your sign. This word did not reach you by accident, but by divine leading. It was necessary for you to receive it right now because something was moving against you, and I reached you before it became too late. This is your chance to align your heart and remain steady. Do not search for more confirmations. I have already spoken. Your certainty is in the peace you now feel filling your inner being. That peace cannot be produced by human hands. It is my mark within you, the proof of my living presence. For this reason, walk without fear. I will not leave you in the middle of the way. I am the God who begins and finishes every process, and with you it will be just the same. I am changing the places that once drained your strength. Places that tired you will become sources of fresh inspiration. You will feel the desire to stay in spaces where before you only wanted to run away. because my light will fill every dark corner. The people around you will notice the change. They will see a new brightness in your eyes. They will hear a calm strength in your voice. And they will notice a deep peace in the way you live. Not because everything is perfect, but because my presence will give you balance, even when strong storms blow. That will be your greatest testimony, standing in the middle of chaos and still giving off peace. And that peace will light faith in other hearts. What I do in you will not remain only with you. It will spread to those near you. It will touch your family, your work, your plans, your steps. Right now I place inside you fresh courage, the boldness you need to begin again without fear. Do not keep looking back for reasons not to move forward. The past has no more power over you. The doors that were shut do not decide your destiny. You are free to start again, but this time with clarity, purpose, and renewed strength. I will give you new chances that will not only restore what you lost, but will carry you to higher places. You will not go back to the beginning. You will move ahead, because I am not a God who steps back, but a God who pushes forward, who multiplies, who expands, who causes growth. And what I place before you today is the living proof that your future is not tied to your past. The harmful words that were spoken against you have been stopped by my power. They will hold no authority over your life. I myself will turn those curses into blessings. Those who waited to see your fall will witness your rising, because I use plans of destruction as the stage to show my glory.